Hello everyone, Star Ultros here with another video for the latest FFBE JP update. This is a little bit of a different video today because we don't have wiki pages, so now you're seeing my game. But we're still going to be talking about the latest units that we've got that got released yesterday. And joining me to talk about it is once again my good friend Beardeh here. So you can say hello.
Hello. You forgot the back by popular demand as well.
I'm not going to give you any special titles.
As soon as I have a fan.
I'm not going to give you any special titles. You're already a special guest, okay?
I'm always a special guest.
You fought for that.
Yep, of course.
All right, so the units we have are Cecil from FF4 and also Golbez. And now we have a little bit of a debate about the pronunciation of his name.
Well, I pronounce it Cecil.
Because that's how they pronounce it in the voice-acted games now, is what you said.
And the voice acted in the 3D version of the game, they call him Cecil as well.
And I guess it is closer to the Japanese name.
Realistically, it doesn't really matter.
But we're good. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be a good boy, and I'm gonna call him Cecil for the rest of the video.
I think it's just an across the pond thing.
I mean, obviously, I cannot be taken as an example for anything in terms of good pronunciations because, you know, I'm from Quebec, so I don't know anything about well pronouncing stuff in English.
Yeah, well, that's the way it goes.
So our units are, actually the full names are this one, Tsukini Michibikareshi, oh my god, guided.
Is that you trying to speak Japanese?
Yes, actually, I was reading his Japanese. Tsukini Michibikareshi. I don't know. Is it Seikishi? It's a holy knight. Well, basically, it's paladin guided by the moon, Cecil. And then we have once again Black Mage Golbez, but someone proposed Black Sorcerer to make a change of the previous Neo Vision Awakened version.
Was it not dark? Was it not Dark Mage?
Sorry. Well,
is it black?
It is literally black. Yes, Kuroki
Right, okay.
Majin. So
it's basically the same name as the other one.
Yeah, basically. But this one's a base Neo Vision's plus base, as opposed to the other one that was a Neo Vision Awakened, if I'm not mistaken, right? Mm-hmm. That was a 5-star and 2 Neo Visions. So I'm gonna start here with Golbez actually, and then we can go look at Cecil after.
Right, okay.
Here we're gonna go through his first his leader skill. No, you know what? First the categories. So he's got dark, fire, ice, lightning, mage, support, breaker, Final Fantasy IV, evocation, chaos bringer, and elite soldiers. What do you think of these categories for him?
You know, it's kind of been a bit. He's been stiffed a bit with these tags, isn't he?
Right? I thought the same. Like, Elite Soldier's pretty good, but, you know, like, he doesn't have any other good categories. Evocation is really not great. And Chaos Bringers, well, we're gonna talk about Chaos Bringers a little bit later. I guess it is getting, like, a lot better now with this update, but still, you know, he's kind of lacking in terms of synergies, I'd say.
But realistically, what other tags could he have got?
That's the thing. Like, maybe Transcendent. I don't really know what exactly fits there. What else? Like, he doesn't use a sword.
That's the thing with villains. Villains never really get good tags, do they?
That's true, because, you know, they don't get a lot of story coverage anyway that much. And, you know, they can't be world saviors.
It's all about the pro tags, isn't it?
Exactly. So they're always getting the short end of the stick. Poor guys. Yeah. So his leader skill first. So his leader skill is actually 1500 stat roll attack and magic for Chaos Bringers or Elite Soldiers. So any of these categories will get the full leader skill for him.
And it's actually It's actually or this time.
It's yes, it's really or. It's not and. It's or. So it can be either one or the other. It doesn't have to be both. So it's a little, you know, wider. He is an overdrive unit, and I don't. Did you pull for him or did you get him at all?
No.
No, okay. So there's something I forgot to check with him, so I'm just gonna leave that to the viewers to go check. But he has two different overdrives.
Yeah.
So
But you can only select one at a time.
yes, exactly. But the thing I wanted to check and I forgot is how does it build up? Like, do they both build up separately, or do they both build up off of like Chaos Bringer and Elite Soldiers? So both of them would trigger like one count in every action.
That's interesting.
That's what I'm wondering. So say
Wait a minute.
you're
Wait,
bringing.
2 seconds. I'm going to go into the,
Oh, you'll go in the
the trial
trial.
quest.
Yeah.
So I'll have a look.
Okay, go check
So
that. Like, say, bring like him, Lightning, because she's an elite soldier, and just any SBB unit. Leave the others out, and see what happens in the build up. Is it gonna give him 3 or only 2? While you're doing this, I'm gonna continue talking about his overdrive. So the first overdrive he has is for the Chaos Bringer units. So it is actually pretty strong. It's a 300% stat buff for all stats, but the big part is a 600% LB damage buff for the units of this category. And as we're going to talk about a little later, because the SBB units have all gotten a little buff in this patch, the Chaos Bringers are pretty strong with their LB right now. The other overdrive, which is for elite soldiers this time, this one is a 30% damage amplifier.
look,
Oh.
he's got two separate. You know the overdrives.
Mm-hmm.
You know you've got the purple tile.
Yeah.
He's got 2.
Oh, okay. So one built up to 2, the other one built up to 2 as well.
Yeah. So one's for say for the elite soldiers is on 0 of 10. So we'll do an action with lightning. So that puts one up to 1, and then the other one is for Chaos Bringers. So I'll do an action with Ashel. But he's elite soldiers as well. So that'll put the elite soldiers to 2, and the Chaos Bringers to 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they both count separately, but when he uses it, what happens?
Well, they're 2 separate overdrives.
So he could use both.
Yeah, you could use both if but they'd both have to be ready, I would imagine.
Ooh.
But I'm not sure. So
Okay. Well, that's interesting though.
Mm-hmm.
So the elite soldiers part actually is completely different parameters as well. Well, not all of them, but some of them. So for the elite soldiers, you get a category damage amplify by 30%, 150 LB damage buff, 150% LB damage buff, and also a middle field for the elite soldiers for 50% damage amplify as well. So if a unit would be both, and he's triggering both, then they would have 300% stat buff, 30% amplify, 600% LB damage buff, and also the middle field for 50% on top of that. Okay, that's pretty good actually. No, we're not going to talk about the LB just yet. We're gonna go with his TMR. So his TMR is a materia with 50% MP, 30% light and dark resist, and 50% demon killer. Nothing out of this world, but having some MP is always nice, and some resistances if ever you need. And the demon killer also, but it's something that's pretty common, so I don't think that's going to be what you're going to be like wanting multiple copies of. And his STMR is actually pushing the limit a little higher on mages for the magic stat at 101. I think previously the highest one was Penello's hat at 88. Though the problem with this one is this is a helmet and not a hat. And most mages can't equip these massive helmets on their heads, so it's not going to be for everyone. Unless you want to put a materia slot to equip Elm, right? Other than that, it's got a 50% Demon Killer and 50% Stone Killer, because what's the last boss on Dark Visions this week? A stone! And obviously there's also flat stats for him. Now if we go look in the kit, so he does have Endarga, which is nice because that's one of his main elements. So he can imbue the team and also himself because it's also relevant to imbue himself. Now I don't know if I can confirm. Have you? No, you probably don't know either, right? What is unlocked at EX1 and what is unlocked at EX2? No idea, right?
No, not quite.
So the way it is built
Like,
in the kit.
just going to confirm for you, he can activate both overdrives at the same time.
You confirmed? Okay, great.
Yep.
So now all the myth busting has been done.
Mm-hmm.
So I think at EX1 he's gonna get the 250 Dark Imperil here, and also the 500% LB damage buff. And at EX2 is when he's gonna be getting the 300% amplify for fire and dark. Let's not forget.
I would guess that you'll get the Imperil at EX2 as well.
Well, I don't know, because it's
that's usually when units get the large Imperils EX2.
I know if we have Reagan or Shaw, but
you'll get his 500 buff at 1, and then I think
I just
obviously the amp at 2, but the Imperil is usually 2, I think.
I'm not 100% sure, but just because of the way they organized them. Like we're going to see with Cecil as well, the way they organized it, it feels like they separated like EX1 and then there's more skills, and then EX2 and then there's more skills. So I guess if you got Golbez and you want to tell me in the comments whether I'm right or wrong, go ahead. But
yeah,
it could be EX1, could be EX2, but this is still very, very good for dark teams, because that's the best Imperil you're going to have. And then with, say, Hyo, you're going to have a 75% field, bringing it to 325, which is the highest Imperil we have of every other elements that have those high Imperils as well.
What's Sephiroth's asking Imperil? Is he just 200?
I think so, and Hyo as well is only 200. I think this is the first for Dark 250.
Or 250, yeah.
Yeah, because Ashal was for lightning, Reagan's for fire.
Yeah.
And is there another one? God only knows.
Well, I know.
Now for the rest of his kit, just to mention though here, his amplify is only for fire and dark, even though he's got ice and thunder in his categories. As usual, there's some elements that will get shafted. There they are. What do you think about this? Like that they give all these categories all this element coverage, but they don't give the full buffs to them. It's like, oh, you don't really want to use them after all.
Yeah, but they'll still put them in the LB.
Yeah, they're still there, and they're kind of an afterthought. Or if you really want to bring him in those like off element teams, let's say, and you have something like lightning to give him an amplify, or some like an external amplify, I guess, but just much weaker.
Mm-hmm.
Now for the rest of the kit, he has regular chaining abilities of all elements, but these will also imbue him.
Imbue him as well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that.
Because he can have here a non-elemental chain, which is physical, so it's magic damage. Based. Yeah, it's magic based.
Physical
magic
based attack.
Yeah.
Physical attack. Yeah, sorry.
So those imbuable mages that we used to see a lot on global. So finally, we got another one here, which is a little rare.
I think Hayo's elemental skills imbue him as well.
Which one?
Hayo's. Hayo's got, obviously he's got in Faraga.
Yeah, all three.
But he's got the. He's got the elemental attack skills as well, and they imbue him as well.
Yeah.
But it's strange because some units get it, some units don't.
It's true, but for mages, it's rather rare because usually they don't have any physical attacks.
Yeah.
But for him, he also has like his big chaining ability. We're gonna look at a little bit later. This is also a physical, magic-based physical attack. So imbuable when you want to use more versatility and other elements that he doesn't have in his kit, for example.
And it's kind of handy as well if you're trying to remove Mirage off a unit as well.
Yeah, true. That's actually true. Very handy for that, especially since they have a quad cast. So he could remove, say, like almost everything off of Siren in a Grace of Water. Now for the rest of his kit, he has a Dark Amplify Field for 100%. He also has a Fire, Ice, Thunder, and Dark Imperil Field for 50%. So that's kind of weak being at 50%, but it's 4 elements, I guess, so okay. But, you know, since everything is 75 now, why not give him that?
I think they must have just decided. No, I mean, give him 100 amp field and a 75 impel field. That would be probably a bit too much.
Yeah, I guess that would be too strong. And especially since, you know, when you get him, you're going to want to be using the SBB units. And I think Ultimisha, if I'm not mistaken, has a 75 Imperil field, doesn't she?
Possibly. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Wait, let me go see. Do I have it open here? I don't. Let's see if I can get it real quick. Just give me a sec.
I'll go before you.
I'm already on the page. It is a 75%. Yeah, she does have the 75% Imperil field, so she's gonna have that covered for him. He also has a 600% stat buff for himself and a friend. And he also has a 90% break for defense and spirit. Now, why do you think he didn't get the special treatment Sephiroth got?
I don't know.
Like, I think it's just so bad that, you know, like, oh, FF7's always the, you know, the special child, and they give them all kinds of special buffs, and they're all super strong, but nobody else can get it until a super big push in the meta later. So he's just a regular 90% breaker. I don't know. I'm not a fan.
I think they wanted to sell Cecil more anyway.
Well, I mean, true, probably, but even then, like, you know, you can give the others some cookies.
He's got a few.
Well, it's true. He's actually a very good unit. Like, don't let this be the like the shade on the unit. He's really good. And then he's also got a 60% Rod Imperil. That's one use per battle. I think we only had Ultimate Rain before that had the 60% Rod Imperil, so we got another one here.
But are they going? The only time they'd ever be in the same team is if you were going fire.
Yes, but it would actually still work because he's got fire, and he's got the fire amplify for himself as well. So that still works at 300%. So yeah.
But you do realistically, you're going to need that for the Chaos Dark team.
Oh, yes, but I mean, Rain
also because the majority of them are mages as well.
Yes,
and so it's going to be quite useful for them.
Yeah, it's true, and they're probably all going to be using rods. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now the rest, he has a 160 demon killer and stone killer for its AoE. It's the entire team, 160.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, you want to use that for the current Dark Visions, I guess. So, Paul, please send us your Lapis. He's got this buff here, which is for an extra modifier to his chain, and also a focus ability at the same time. So that's 6,400 times on top of the original 3,000.
And he's done 100 elemental lamp for all these elements.
Yes, as well. And this is something that he can reuse. That's on a 3-turn cooldown. So every 3 turns he can get the buff again and get the amplify. You know, on a longer fight can be pretty useful. Mm-hmm. He also has
on longer fights. You'll probably use that a couple of times, I'd imagine.
Well, yeah. I mean, he might be pretty good for the. Well, we're going to talk about it later, but the the battle against the 4 fiends. Because he's not just banking on the one big burst, but I mean...
Don't talk to me about level 3.
We're going to keep it for later. And he also has this pretty handy ability here, which is also a focus ability, but most importantly, something that will give him a tag chain for all his abilities. Unfortunately, not the LB, but everything that he uses otherwise is going to be a tag chain. Oh no, his LB as well. Never mind. The LB's included too. It's just
that's the LB's at the bottom.
Yeah. Because before the LB was like, you know, that pink icon, but now since they've separated them for all the different elements, they have different icons. So I didn't notice it was that. But even the LB can be a tag chain with this, so that's great. And also the ability that we're going to look at a little later. This is something you can give to himself and a friend.
So from that there, he's got quite a lot of elemental coverage on the ones at the top as well, hasn't he?
Well, those are his usual elements. There's this one here, the little outlier for the earth element, but those are more like
you've got water and wind in there as well.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, that's actually the four fiends. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's Rubicante, that's Kainazzo, that's Scarmiglione, and that's Barbarescia. Sorry, I pronounced them like all completely weirdly between Japanese and their actual Italian language. Anyway, those are the four fiends.
So you'll be a good story unit as well. For doing all your elemental damage.
For all the that's true. The only element he doesn't have is light, but you can give him just a light weapon. Mm-hmm. And then he covers everything. Those abilities are actually like more, not flavor, but kind of support abilities to buff his meteor that we're going to look at a little later.
AoE as well. AoE damage.
Which is good for, what's that event named again? Where you have to do an exploration. There's always tons of AoE fights. Road to Glory.
Terrible.
Road to Road to Hell. And here the ability that those will be buffing is this one here. So this is something he can give to a friend and himself, and this is a meteor. So this is a 27 chain, so a triple bolting strike. It equates at the maximum for him a 7,000 times modifier, and for a friend it's only 3,000 times. So it's not crazy out of this world, but if you want to use meteor, by all means. And I mean, before it's fully powered up, you need to use all four of these abilities. And it can also be a tag chain, by the way.
All right. So depending on who you're fighting, they might be dead before you get to use it.
Actually, yeah, which is kind of a shame when you think about it, because the setup for it is kind of long, because you need to cast all four of these, you need to cast this one to provide the ability, and then on another turn, cast the meteor. So that's 3 turns setup minimum. But hey, he can summon meteor, and that's something he's always wanted to do, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And it'll appeal to all the FF4 fans out there.
Now, for those abilities, there's a little bit of support on them as well. So this fire one here gives 80% ice resist. The wind one will give 75% physical mitigation. And that's AoE as well. The water one is 50% general mitigation for the team. And the earth one is, stopping the enemy, so who cares?
Somebody else had, who was the other unit that had that, that's got that? Is it Sephiroth or?
The stop? I'm not sure.
Or Vincent. Or is it Hayo? I can't remember.
I'm not sure, but it's something it's something we never use because that never works on bosses.
Yeah.
Then he also has another buff here for 70% resist to fire, ice, water, wind, and light, which when you pair with Cecil also covers all elements altogether, by the way.
Yeah.
Of course, Cecil's is 200% when we're going to look at him a little later, but still, in terms of his passives, there's nothing really worth mentioning there, other than, this at EX1 or 2, we don't know, for more modifier to his chaining ability, which brings it to a total of 10,600 times for his non-LB, non-elemental chaining. And then he also has a passive here. If he were to summon Kokuryu, then he would get a 50% amplify, a dark amplify for the allies, and also 50% dark resist. So it's not in peril, it's dark resistance for your team as well that this would bring. So you're never going to be
in terms of the amp field, it's pretty pointless.
Yeah, exactly. It's
The only advantage it has is it's the length of it, the duration.
I guess, yeah, being a 10 turn, but it might be something, you cast because you need some extra dark resist at some point. Otherwise, you're always going to be using the other field.
You might need that field for the turn where it's cooling down.
For what?
Well, his 100 field will be for 5 turns with a 6 turn cooldown, won't it?
Oh, yeah, sure. But I mean, you can always recast it if it's a longer fight.
Yeah.
Because, like, if it's multiple waves, then you can always recast this one at every turn. Well, not every turn, but every new battle, sorry. But you're right that this one's only a 5 turns, though. Otherwise, now if we go and take a look at his LB. So his LB is multi-elemental, so you can choose any one of his elements to use. And it is with... oh, sorry, I forgot a little something. So the full modifier is 137 plus...
And obviously, as we just found out, you can make them tag chain.
Yes. And it's 1715 for his LB. One thing to note is this is a 32 hit LB. So it's probably going to be a quad CWA chain. So quad group 4. If you want to have someone chain with him, that might be a little harder. He's probably going to need a friend Golbez, or he's going to need some support unit to just like quad cast a spell with him.
I'll just use his tag chain.
Oh yeah. Well, what am I talking about? It's true. The tag chain is going to fix all the issue there. Thank you.
So realistically, you're pretty much pigeonholed into using the tag chain with it
as much as you can. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And it's on
still a pretty tasty mod on it.
It's on a 3-turn. It's on a 3-turn cooldown as well. So yeah, that's definitely going to work very well. So yeah, that's it for our boy Golbez here. Now,
did you mention his vision card?
No, that's true. Is it any good?
And his EX ability.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. I completely forgot to look at those. So the vision card is an old vision card coming back.
Not that his vision card's worth mentioning.
Yeah, no, it's not worth mentioning at all. But I think they buffed this one a tiny bit, so it's probably 130 now because before it was just 100 at the max level. But it's still completely useless. You're never going to be using this one, but it's there. And the EX ability at EX3 is a 50% overkiller for Stone. Because what's the race again for the Dark Vision boss that we have right now?
It's Stone.
It's funny how that works. And now we can go and have a look at Cecil. So
we can go and have a look at the boy now.
Yes, exactly. The reason you're here. So, do you want to take the lead?
Right. Okay. So from what I can see, what we're going to start with these TMRs.
Well, usually I'd say let's start with the categories. How about that?
These categories, yeah. So he's pretty stacked with categories. Good ones anyway. Not that I can read them. You can read them out.
Okay. Oh, I was maybe trying your Japanese out.
So we've got light, fire for some reason.
Yeah.
Earth. Physical attacker. He's a magic tank. FF4. So it's Royal Arms, Elite Soldiers, Saviors, Sword Masters, and Transcendent.
Yeah, good job. So those were the categories for him. Very, very good coverage in categories, dare I say.
So
now,
TMR is...
Oh, what about the leader skill first?
His leader skill, so he's got 1700 attack and mage and a 200 defense spirit for world saviors and fire.
Yeah, this is an and.
So you need both. You need both those categories for the leader skill to proc. For whatever reason, they put it with fire. I don't know. I don't think any incarnation of Cecil in the past has had the fire tag whatsoever.
Never. It's always dark and light. That's all.
Yep.
But this one, fire for some reason, and that's one of his main elements actually. Yeah. And he also has 1500 for just saviors if ever you're
just saviors, yeah.
Now, if we take a look at the overdrive for him,
So again, it's for saviors
mm-hmm.
and 30% damage boost and 200% LB damage boost.
Mm-hmm. So kind of simple, but
Yeah.
you know, Golbez was there to carry the big numbers.
Yeah.
So,
And there's no area field. There's no field in it either.
and now
Which you can look at it as a good or a bad thing because it's not going to interfere with other fields. You know what I mean?
yeah, well, I mean, you don't want to have everyone having a field because then they're just going to be stepping on each other's toes. Yeah.
Because people like me get confused and you do the wrong overdrives in the wrong order and you just get excited. Oh, overdrive, press the button.
And now
And you think to yourself, oh, wait a minute, I should have put that one first.
and then you have to reset your turn again, like just reset the app. But you know, I'm getting so stressed now when I apply the OD because I'm like, oh, which one should go first? And does this one have a field again or not? And I don't remember. I hate it. There's too many fields. So now, how about his TMR?
So what we got here? A two-handed sword. To be fair, the attack stat's pretty disappointing on it.
Yeah, but I mean, you got 1,000 flat.
Got 1,000 flat and 500 spirit.
Mm-hmm.
What's the killer on it?
The killer is for Reaper.
Reaper, right? Okay.
And you know, there's some spirit on it as well, so there's that. And then the STMR.
STMR's it's all right.
I mean, it's good for tanks, right? It's more of a support STMR, but it doesn't feel as impactful, I would say. Like 50% all stats, except HP and MP, and then 60% resist to thunder, earth, light, and dark, and then some 400 LB per turn. It's not that great for an STMR.
The positive thing is, the good thing for me is, his weapon with his statics is just only his TMR, so you're not. If you don't get him to EX2, you're not going to.
That is true. You get it already anyway. You don't need to be EX2. Yeah.
Because EX1, you're thinking to yourself, I'm probably going to throw an STMR Moogle to get his weapon.
That is true. I do that all the time.
and then you'll get one, and you'll think, okay.
Yeah, then I
have to save that STMR Moogle for when I get another one.
And I forget that it's there when I get another copy later, and I never go and get an extra copy of it anyway.
And to be fair, this it's not as if the sword's like really good enough for you to want multiple copies. You're only really going to want a copy for him, and that's about it anyway.
Agreed. Like, you're not going to go chasing another one of this. Like, you only need one. Yeah. But if I may, what I would have preferred, I think, is still that they switch it, that this be the TMR, and if they wanted, like, maybe, I don't know, make this 50 and this 40 or whatever, and remove that part, whatever, and make the sword the STMR with slightly higher stats. I think I would have preferred that. But I know he's supposed to be a tank, so it's fine. Now, let's not forget this time. What's his vision card?
That's the Battle with Barbarissia, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So that's a very, very old card, and they've buffed as well 230, so it's completely useless. Mm-hmm. And the EX ability? Oh, okay. What's this one?
I think that's Spirit, isn't it?
Good job. Yeah, it is. So it's a 50% Spirit Overkiller. It's kind of weird that they would give him Spirit, but you know, whatever. Like, who knows why?
He's got Reaper Killer on his sword, and then Spirit Killer on his EX materia.
Yeah,
random.
That's very random. Not very popular either. Mm-hmm. But it's there.
Now I don't know if it's because he's NV plus, but from level 1, his Spirit and his HP are capped.
Yeah, well, it's not because he's NV plus. It's more because of the way they design the kits now.
Yeah, but he gets 400. He gets the 400% Spirit and HP.
Yes.
From NV, so
yeah,
they're capped. At NV level, they're capped. So you're only wanting to put another, 200% on his HP and MP to cap them, which is, I don't think there's any other units that come close to that for anything.
Well, that was also the way the original NV
the old
Cecil, yeah, that's how he was.
Yeah.
Just this one, has slightly higher stats because he's NV plus. And I think they always wanted to make him like, super tanky and easy to use, which is what they're achieving with him. But before, you needed to level up your units for them to learn the abilities. Now they all come with everything at level 1, so that's why at level 1 you're like, wow, the stats are high.
So he's got some innate resistances as well. He's got the
you're right.
30 across the board and then 50 for light.
Which makes sense. And
he's also innately immune to stop and charm.
Yes, which is very good. Like, we can't see it. I don't know why they didn't add it. That's so stupid. But yes, he's immune to charm and stop, which is very good for a tank. So you just need to give him an accessory for the rest. He's got shell gun and light gun. He can upgrade the shell gun to +3. Don't worry.
They give him in light gun, but they don't give him in Faraga.
You're right. The disconnect. I hate that. But
yeah, because they basically changed his main element to fire.
But they forgot to change the spells that he came with.
But they've just left him as a light unit for the rest of it, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so true. One thing we forgot to talk about, his boost skill. So can you tell me what his boost skill is?
Yeah, his boost skill is a 10 million HP barrier for 4 turns.
So kind of like Cloud and Zac, but for 4 turns instead of 3.
Yeah.
And why do you think it's 4 turns?
Well, we'll get to that.
Okay, let's click here and let's see it.
Okay, so his EX skills. What's that with them, shall we?
So this would be probably EX1.
Yeah, I know that he gets that EX1, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's true. You have him.
And then he gets, and then his amps. He gets his amp at EX2, and then he also gets a 2-turn Omnicover Magnus at EX2.
So this is for 2 turns. Only once per fight, unfortunately, but that's 2 turns of Omnicover, so that's really good.
He also has auto Omnicover on turn 1.
Yes, that's true. So this is the passive. So auto Omnicover on turn 1. So then
with a 200% light buff for the party as well.
Yes, so bar light jaw, I guess. Not that the spell has ever existed.
Yep, and he also has a cooldown, an Omnicover cooldown, as most tanks do now, for 1 turn. So it is possible for the first 4 turns of a fight for him to Omnicover all 4 of them,
and be basically
at EX2.
Be basically invincible for that time because he's going to have that barrier for 10 million.
And also as well, point out for if you got him at EX2 for Dark Visions, he's basically going to take all your damage if you're doing a turn 4 kill.
Well, yeah. For Dark Visions, he's going to be just Omnicovering all the time.
It's just going to suck it all up for you.
Now that's a man I can get behind.
What in front of?
And yeah, if just to confirm, the amplify is for all 3 of his elements. By the way, 300% for all his elements.
Yep.
Now, what else would you have to say about him?
So they've given him a 100 fire amp field. So that's basically put Shintaro straight in the bin.
Shintaro and also Val from that's Visions of Mana. So the limited time units are no longer needed. Thank God.
He's got the 70% amp field for all of his elements.
So if ever you want to do multi-elements, that's 70%. Yeah. What else?
And he can give 200 Stone Killer and Aquatic Killer to himself and a friend. And then obviously another race just inserted in there randomly with the Aquatic.
Yeah, Aquatic. Why? I guess it's been popular not too long ago. Oh, maybe for Kainazo.
I don't think those elemental skills above. I don't think they imbue. I think they're just straight up elemental skills. Are they? You gonna check? I'm not sure.
No, they're not imbuing here, but he does have specific skills for the imbues.
For a single target, yeah.
Yeah, for himself only. So he can imbue
He's
the team
also
with
got
light, but that's all.
The usual tank stuff, which is the provoke skill and the 88 breaks for attacking Mage.
Yep. The 88 break here. It's only for 2 turns.
60. He's got a 60% sword and peril.
Right here, it's a Magnus for 3 turns.
Yep. Party. And he's got an AOE elemental buff for lightning, earth, light, and dark.
So 4 elements, pretty
good. Which is good. It's very good. And that's obviously his chain skill for his to add his modifiers there.
So this to add the modifier.
And then, and that's. I think is that all you need?
Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. I would say. I think.
I'm saying that for the modifier. It's just the one skill to add the modifier. That big modifier to it.
You have the modifier.
And then he gets
the passive. Was that a EX1 or EX2? Do you remember?
I think it's EX1.
Oh, great. And so that gives him a total of 11,800 for that chaining for that chaining ability.
He's got many stacks. Has he got?
Yeah, he has. I think it's 5 stacks here.
He got 5, is he?
Yeah, 5 stacks.
Yeah, 5 things. So that's. So with his HP barrier, blah blah blah, and then 5 stacks of cuts, he's basically just unkillable.
You'll never kill that guy. Like, I don't know how he's ever gonna die unless it's like instant death. That's the only thing that could get him. He's gonna be so tanky. That's perfect. Like a really good tank. We love it.
And he also got quadcast as well, which is pretty big.
Yeah, I was actually surprised to see that on a physical unit. You know, like a tank, but more like a physical unit. It's like, what, quadcast? Okay, I'm here for it. Also, one other thing I think was worth mentioning, he's got
the 200 Omni passive as well, Omni killer passive.
There you go.
So 100 there, and then he gets 100 with his TMR equipped.
Exactly. So 200 to all killers, as all good protagonists.
Yep.
Was there anything else worth mentioning? Well, I guess we could go to the LB now. Sorry. So here it goes. So it's one of those multi-element LB. Let's take the fire because that's his main element, right? And the full modifier at EX3 is wait, am I at the right place? Yes. So that's 7. Oh wait, I think I made a mistake with Golbez. Yes. So Golbez wasn't 1715. It was 1595. So Golbez's LB modifier is 1595, and Cecil's is 1725. So 1725. AMOE chain. So that's the only chain you can use, like only AMOE or Group 1 as we call it on JP anyway. So what do you think? I mean, obviously you already pulled because that's a unit you were excited about, but do you think they're good units? Do you recommend them?
I think they're both pretty good.
Right? Like, if
obviously Cecil's better.
Depends what you're trying to do. If you're trying to pull the villains out of the darkness and trying to be in the light with a really good team, Golbez is going to be very good for that. But Cecil's definitely an excellent tank, a very good unit. And you know, he can finally replace your Crimson Rain in terms of tanking. Like that hands-off tanking.
If you've got him at EX2, you can replace anyone at tanking.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, and he can tank for days.
He's the GOAT.
I love that unit. Like a 4-turn Omni cover, I'm really happy about that because, you know, we used to play Global, right? And on Global we had those units that could Omni cover the entire fight. So I kind of missed that. And I'm happy we got something close to it with Cecil there.
And the sprites are pretty awesome. Both of them are pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a little bit closer to his 3-star unit, I think, isn't it, for him? So going back to basics a little bit more, which is better than his like 5-star was the Paladin Cecil. I didn't like it too much, but it's true that Golbez as well. I really like the look. Yeah, pretty cool. Now for the other things that we are getting, I mean, usually I also cover the EX abilities, like the like EX3 abilities for certain units. Those things. Sorry, I'm gonna just go look at that. We got 4 units that got some this maintenance. They are absolute garbage, trash, never used, and those units were rarely ever used anyway. So we got Rickard here, Emperor of Palamikia or Palamisia.
Either or.
Palamikia in Japanese and Palamisia in English. Okay, and then
The only good thing about Emperor of Palmysia is his SDMR for mages.
Yeah, that armor. But that's literally the only thing. Like, no redeeming feature. Like, the EX abilities that he's getting anyway are complete garbage. He gets like a 180 Imperil and Rod Imperil. He gets some buffs to his LB for stronger damage, but his LB damage is like still under 1,000.
300 static match though. Ooh.
I mean, it is a lot, but it's still not gonna be enough to give him anything like enough. Like when you put him in a team and fully gear him, I don't think he's barely gonna reach like 15k magic. He's absolute garbage. You don't want him near any team at all. Rickard got, I don't even know what he got, honestly, but I know that what he got was not enough. I didn't even unlock any one of them, but it's the classic. Oh, he can dual wield. What? Ugh, whatever. So, and then Lastwell FF4 form and Rain FF1 form.
Rickard and Vyvern, they've got each STMR's 105 attack helmet.
Yeah, the helmet is good, but
just in case anyone doesn't know, any new players are watching or that, you can let them know about that.
Yeah, it's true. It's one of the highest attack helmet you can have. There's a free something you can get from the weapon quests. The FF Tactic Crystal Helm that you can also get, that's got 105. And there's also the STMR from Dark Snovlinka.
But you say that's when Snovlinka's is good. Snovlinka's is good because it's got 50 double hand on it as well.
Yes, exactly. So it is technically superior to the other options we mentioned. And those 2 units, are good for this here. This is 100% LB damage. I mean, it is useful when you're using those vision cards.
What is this anniversary unit? What is this unit?
Oh, this is
FF4 Lastwell.
Yep, this is a heap of garbage if you've ever seen one.
I mean,
oh, and he's Dark Knight Cecil. Look, and then he's nothing. Oh, I guess that's probably him cosplaying as the Paladin version, is it? Just thinking of these units, I hate them. They were
He thinks
bad.
He thinks because he has long wavy hair that gives him a chance.
But they're not even white. Like, he should have gotten a little dye. Come on, commit to it.
Yeah, I'll just gold.
Well, anything. Like, just don't keep them dark. Commit to your cosplay. Come on. And Rain here as well is the same thing, like 100% LB damage for physical, and Lastwell was for magic. Now, aside from those,
I mean, like, who cares? let's get to the boss, the series boss battle unit.
Yes.
This is what more worth talking about.
Yes, exactly. This is definitely more worth talking about. Now, here I am offering you. I am showing you my collection of SBB units, and you can see how lazy I've been because I haven't completed Braska's Final Aeon, Arden, Orphan, or Cloud of Darkness. I know I should go and do it, and now I will, because there's a good reason to do it. Because they added to them, and I'm just going to pick this one out of nowhere. They added to them EX abilities for the LB damage boost. So all the mage units are getting a total of 700 extra modifier for their LB. And all the physical units are getting 1,000 additional modifier. So what do you think about that? Is it too much?
Who knows? It's definitely made them viable.
Right? Like an extra so I'm just gonna go through the
and to be honest, they like giving us do such and such mission with chaos tag. You know what I mean?
They're gonna be needed for it, yeah. Because when we're gonna look at the end, we're gonna go look at the missions that we have to go and complete for the tickets and everything, the rewards that we've got this week. and some of them will require you to do stuff and hard stuff with Chaos Bringers. So you will need these units. So just to give you a little rundown of the LB modifier after the buffs for all the units. The weakest are Emperor, so this little dude here, and Undying. They're both tied at 1330, so they're the weakest. But you don't really care about them because they're Earth. I think he's Earth and he's Fire, right? Or was Emperor
It's
Wind?
the dark ones who want to.
Yeah, the ones you want are all the others who are all dark. So following is Cloud of Darkness at 1540, then Kefka at 1580, and then there's a huge jump with Ultimisia at 1890, and she's got tons of utility as well. So don't sleep on her. She's going to be a staple of that team. And we got Orphan at a slappin' 1980. So that's absolutely insane that those free units that you can go and farm and get for a new account can have such high LB modifiers.
And we've obviously just looked at the leader.
Yeah, and we just looked at the leader for the 1500.
And for leader skills, there's two other options. You've got Sephiroth, obviously, for 1500 for Dark.
Mm-hmm.
And also Envy plus Arden, the one from the... Because she's got a 1250 for Chaos.
Was it 1500? It's 1250? Oh.
1250 for Chaos.
That's a shame. But still, it's still good.
I think that's the next best one after the two 1500s.
Okay, well, that makes sense. Because I think the other one after that is like Chaos Bismarck with
750.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Arden we're talking about is not this Arden here. It is rather...
It's the Gasha one.
Yeah, it's... I think I got him right here. This one.
Yeah.
So this Arden, and yeah, it's 1250. You're right. And oh yeah, actually Arden and Braska's final Aeon. So these two dudes here. Braska's final Aeon is 1920, and Arden is 1930. So still very, very strong. I'm very thrilled to see this, but also kind of, cautious because March is coming in just a month, and March means half anniversary, which means power creep. So we're probably going to see a big spike of power creep to make these units completely obsolete in a month. What do you think?
Yep. What's the new ones modifiers? I haven't checked out. We haven't checked out Zeromus, have we?
Zeromus is not yet out. He's going to be coming out next week.
Oh, they just teased us with it, did they?
Yeah, well, they said he was coming out in February, so I'm thinking probably next week, with the second banner. So we're going to see. Who do you think
the second banner is going to be?
I mean, it's FF4, so we're probably going to have Kane and Rydia.
Kane, or Rosa.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right, but what would she be doing? Like a support unit? That doesn't really exist anymore. Pure support.
Yeah, but if they bring out a Rosa, it'll be support stroke, and she'll be transformed into a DPS mage probably.
But how? Like, what kind of damage would she do? Light, I guess light, and they're gonna give her like fire out of nowhere and thunder, I guess.
Well, they've just been doing what they want anyway. So.
They'll just think of whatever they need, or they're gonna throw a dart at a board and be like, "Yep, that element."
Just close your eyes, like pin the tail on the donkey.
Pin the tail on Rosa. Well, I guess we'll see. What do you think? You're thinking Rosa and Kane?
That's the possibilities. But you never know. They might throw a surprise in. Maybe bring out a new Edge or something.
Edge. Oh, I've always been disappointed by their edges. One thing I would really love them for them to do, and I know they're never going to do it. No, not even.
Young.
It's Fusoya. I don't know. Like I like.
Fusoya, yeah.
Like I like him, the little moon mage, and he doesn't even have a single unit in the game. He's the only one I think from FF4 that doesn't have a unit.
Which kind of makes it unlikely.
Yeah, but a man can dream.
Mm-hmm.
Or Tella, like Mr. Forgetful himself. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's like some stupid mechanics they could like some fun things they could do with them. But it's probably going to be Rydia and Kane, or Kane and Rosa. We'll see. Like, one thing is for sure, we're going to be getting Kane, right?
Yeah.
I can't.
And what are
see
you going to
the
do
other
with
way
them
around.
though? Just what are you going to do with them? Because Dragoons are dead.
Yeah, they've been out for so long. I don't think they're going to make him a. You bring a good point here. Maybe they're going to skip him.
But Fang was okay.
But she
She
didn't.
came
Yeah,
out.
but she didn't jump. She was on Bahamut.
Yeah, just a normal DPS.
I
I would imagine if they bring Kane out, they'll probably just do that with him as well.
I guess so. We'll see. We'll see next week. Now, in terms of events, what we got for this week is this here. So it's a Mug King event. So go and get your 300 event points. Make sure you can go and empty the box and go on your merry way. Then we got this here for the blue pearls. If we scroll down, we got Clive. Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot. Clive got crowns. So and we're not talking about his teeth. He's got silver crowns for new abilities. It's basically just buffing his LB, and also clearing the 4th difficulty is going to give you 2 new abilities for him. So this is 200% amplify. I think that's for himself and a friend, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
So 200% fire amplify for himself and a friend, and 1000 flat attack. And his LB modifier is
Next to 700, I think.
Yeah, 700. Which
So it's pretty strong.
I just want to see the total. What is it?
I think it's about 1800 or something.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I think he's 1080 base, is it?
I don't remember, honestly.
Up.
I got him there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's not max, is it?
Yes, that's 1000 plus. Yeah, it's he's 1700. 1800. You're right, 1800.
1800, yeah.
Well, that's actually pretty strong. And fire is pretty meta. The only thing is his amplify is a little low with 200, but still, he's a good option if you don't have the more meta high hitters. And then if we want, we can talk about this headache right here. So so this is the revenge of the 4 elemental fiends. So Rubicante, Barbaricia, Scarmiglione, and Kainazo. And obviously my pronunciation is very off. Feel free to laugh at my Italian. But this fight is a real pain in the butt. Can you tell me why?
Because it's hard.
You can do better than that. 4 waves.
Have you not even done level 2 yet?
Not on this account. On my other account, I have. But I've just been a little lazy here because I didn't want to do it. I'm going to go and do it after, though. But yeah, there's 3 levels. It's 4 waves, and every wave they will apply a field effect to both their side and your side, which means you need to reapply the field every time on your side as well, and their side every round.
And the level 3 is very, very thick.
They're very tanky, right? I haven't tried it yet. I don't want to. And I think you have, what is it, 18? That's 18 turns for this one. What's the turn count for level 3?
23.
23. Yeah, it's basically a grace trial at this point. Like, it's a true grace trial, grace of FF4. So don't sleep on this one. Go and do it when you can, but don't wait like the entire 2 weeks before going to do it. 3 weeks, because you're not gonna make it.
Level 2 is doable.
Level 2 is fine.
Basically,
you do 1 turn setup and then you kill. So it's gonna
turn
be
the setup with an Omni cover, and then you should be all right if you've got strong units.
Yeah, usually just buffing and then killing them is gonna be enough. So it's gonna be 8 turns, but you got 18, so you'll be fine.
So just make party.
And then
Hold on a sec.
there's also the tryout battle that we shouldn't forget. That we can go and try Cecil and Golbez here. So you go and get your 100 lapis there. And you can go and do some myth busting if you like as well. And there is a rerun of I think this was already there, but this just got added, right? I don't check that tab too often. But some reruns anyway. So if you haven't played,
Yeah.
if you're a new player, then go and farm these to get your rewards, and a lot of lapis as well. So that's pretty nice. Now, last but not least, one more thing I wanted to mention is the missions. Usually, I don't have that data when I'm covering, from the data mine. So now I can cover it for you now. And I will put. I mean, if you're at this point in the video, you don't really care about me saying this now, but I'm going to put timestamps, so you can skip right there. So I haven't finished them, the ones from last week, but the ones that are going to be interesting are those here. So let's start by the bottom. I haven't.
Those three at the top, lol. They're funny.
They're going to be there for a while. So the usual, change a unit's Esper, then clear up to 50 quests, use 10 LB. What's this? I don't know what this one is, but it's going to be done on its own. Then here, so you have to clear the level 5 of the mocking event. You have to clear level 2 of Clive's crown. You have to clear level 1 of the 4 Fiends battle. And this one here is a little bit more, it's a little harder to read, but it is clear Grace of Flames with elite soldiers. So you have to clear Grace of Flames with elite soldiers. Super easy at this point now. You just go in there and you can auto battle your way out of it. And last,
super easy.
Yeah.
He isn't even to walk now.
I mean, you just cast an LB with 2 people and they're gone. Like it's easy.
Yeah, remember they used to be difficult too.
I know. Grace of Fire was one I skipped for a long time. Well, for a long time. Like I think I did Grace of Lightning before I did Grace of Fire. But now you just go and laugh at them. And last,
what unit did you get from it? From the coins?
On this account, I think I got Ace. Yes, I got an extra Ace. And on the other account, I got Clive.
I got Dioxys.
Oh, that stings. Ugh.
The pain.
It's like, basically, don't give me a unit at this point. And yeah, the last one here is clearing level 3 of the 4 Fiends battle. So good luck with that. So you need to make it to clear the first fight. You're going to get 100 lapis. Clear the second fight, you're going to get another 100 lapis. Clear the third fight, you're going to get another 100 lapis. So if, say, you clear only the first one and die...
Just get to the 4th wave and then just give up, quit.
Yeah, actually, but I mean, if you made it all the way there, please, by all means, finish it. You deserve it.
I want this... So it's still going to give you the lapis if you get past them and quit?
Yes. So long as you kill the boss on like turn battle 2, you make it to battle 3 and you quit, you're going to get the lapis.
That's strange. That's the first time we've ever really seen missions like that, isn't it?
We've had that one other time before, and that's why I know that this is how it works, because I did, what was it? I think it was Grace of Water back then, or was it the big Grace boss rush? I'm not sure, but I died on like the second to last wave, and I still got the lapis from making it there.
Mm-hmm.
Now the second one here is just clearing the Pearl battle. As you can see, I'm lazy, I never do it. So you clear the Pearl battle with a light team and also with a dark team. So you're going to get all these little rewards. Nothing really worth your time unless you're a new player, I would say, or you're scraping the walls for more experience or LB pots. Do you do those?
Yeah, for the pearls.
Oh, look at you. So well behaved.
It saves you having to fucking do the... Sorry, my language there.
How dare you?
It saves you having to sit and wait for it to go through like 15 runs of the mission.
Well, I guess it's true. It saves you 4 runs, but I don't know. I hate having to do a whole team setup. I'm lazy.
Well, light and dark, you just take Lost Nation Rain.
I guess so. Yeah.
If you've got a spare one.
Yeah, well, I mean, everyone has a friend with it.
Yeah, but you don't get friend units in the.
Oh, it's true.
Pearl quests.
You're right. Oh well. Anywho,
But excuse me. I've got a sneaky second Lost Nation reign.
Lucky you. I don't even think I have an EX3 on any of my accounts yet. So good for you. Now this tab here, it's a little trickier because they're all requesting like specific tags. So this one is Braska's Final Aeon level 2. So this is the true SBB at the highest level with World Saviors to get the STMR Mughals. I'm going to go at the bottom here because it's also World Saviors for clearing the higher difficulty of Cerberus. And here this one is Clear Grace of Wind with World Savior as well. So this one is 100 Lapis, if I'm not mistaken. When that
That's Cerberus one fight's pretty easy anyway, isn't it?
Oh yeah. I mean, you don't even need to chain any.
It's like that's like an old Scorn trial, isn't it?
It is those 12 race trials.
Yeah.
Now the other here is going to clear Mammoth, like the octopus. The higher difficulty with Chaos Bringers.
Imagine killing an octopus.
I know, right? I hate having to do this. No, I love having to do this because they're all imposters and I'm the only one that matters.
Yep.
This one here is Grace of Lightning with Chaos Bringers. This one here is...
That's easy.
Oh, yes, definitely. This one here is clearing Kefka, the true SBB. The higher difficulty, so Kefka level 2 with Chaos Bringers might be a little harder because it's a longer fight. And Chaos
Kojimaru has videos up of this.
Oh, he does.
So if anyone wants to have a look.
Okay, good to know. Thank you. So if you want to go look at a tutorial for it, how to do it, team to copy, Kojimaru can help you with this. Great.
Yeah, he's put some videos up, but there must be for some of these missions.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing Arden as well with something. And then we have with the FF4 unit category, which is a little bit more restricted. So you want to have Cecil or you want to have Golbez for it. If you don't
Grace
have
of Fire one of them, is it?
Sorry?
Is Grace of Fire one of them with the FF4?
Not there, no. But maybe that was the Saviors. I don't know if that's Grace of Wind.
He's done one of the Graces with FF4 as well.
Grace of Fire was here, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was with Elite Soldiers. So that's probably why.
No, so he's done a video with one of the Grace missions with FF4 unit.
Are you sure they're not all Elite Soldiers? They're all FF4 only?
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, he's done that. So this one is Archeo Avis, so the big bird, the high difficulty with FF4. That's a pretty easy fight. This one, I think. Oh, this is the Vlad Esper battle, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go see. Yes, it is. So this is the Vlad Esper battle, and this is the highest difficulty with FF4. So it might be a little harder for this one if you don't have Cecil, if you don't have Golbez. Good luck with those. And last but not least, here is. Oh my god, okay. Clear level 2 of the Four Fiends battle with FF4 units. So for this one, you might want to skip it. It's just an STMR Mughal. Skip it. I think it's better for your sanity. What do you say?
Yeah.
And then for these, you get the tickets by clearing the other challenges. So once you've cleared 4 of those, you're gonna get 1 ticket. Once you clear 8, you're gonna get a second one. And once you've cleared all 11, you're gonna get once you clear all 11, as I said that, I regretted it. You're gonna get the 3rd ticket. So those are for I think those are for shards, right? Yeah, they're for shards for a special selection of envy units. And then this one here is where it's actually trickier, I would say. That's where we got the harder ones. So this is True SBB Arden level 2 with World Saviors. What's this one? Let's go see. Oh, no way. Oh, okay, so Toshaluz with World Saviors as well. That's a fight.
Is that an easy one?
Well, I guess he's probably easy now.
Or is that one of the hidden chambers? Is it?
Yes,
I'm familiar with
it's
that. Yeah.
the second one is the Tegmin one.
Right. Okay.
So I guess it's easy now. This one here, I think this is True Grace of Thunder with World Saviors. So not the.
That's pretty doable.
Well, yes, but it's still hard. Like True Grace of Lightning. The True Graces are pretty hard. Like they're not really power correct just yet, and especially not with specific tags, in my opinion, anyway. Remember, I don't know if you've done it, but remember trying True Grace of Water with Maidens of the Battlefield. Sorry, Flowers of the Battlefield. I don't want to do that. Here, this next mission is the Esper battle against Odin with Chaos Bringers. This one here, also with Chaos Bringers, but I don't know what this one is. Oh, it's the Sheraton fight. So
Sheraton.
the
Oh god, that's a bit.
The Alcua.
That's a bit janky, that one, isn't it?
Well, I mean, she's very power crap now, so you won't have any trouble clearing it, even with the Chaos Bringers, because they're super buffed now, so it's gonna be easy. And then the last one with the Chaos Bringers is
I think she's got like 4 HP locks, is she not?
2. She's got 2 HP locks.
2.
Yeah. So you just make sure to have 2 different. Oh, you don't really have Omni cover.
What's that one there with FF4? Is that Grace of Fire, like I just said, is it?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it is. Well, there you go.
Yeah. So Kojimaru's got a video up.
Well, this one's going to be super easy anyway. But let's just highlight this one here. The Chaos Bringers last one. Grace of Light with Chaos Bringers. Have you even cleared Grace of Light yet?
I have.
Okay. Do you want to do it again with Chaos Bringers?
No.
Me neither. It's a fight filled with RNG. I hate it. I guess when I do it, I might as well film it if it helps people and if I make it as well. Because if I just copy Kojimaru's guide, I'm not going to make a video. If I don't, I will. Now for the FF4, as we said, there's Grace of Flame here. This one is the Bahamut and Ashura fight at the highest level with FF4 units. Oh no. And
Is that level 3?
Yes, it is. The last one here is the level 3 of the 4 Fiend battle with FF4 units. Oh my god, I hate this. And of course, to get your tickets, you want to clear 4, 8, and all 11 missions. Oh, that's going to be a pain. Such a pain. Oh, wait, no, it's 11 of them. Not 12.
To be honest, the units, the shards are for it's pretty much a skip for me.
I guess it's not that crazy, but I just noticed it's 11 and there's 12 quests. So you get to skip one if you want. It's probably going to be this one that I'm going to skip.
Let's be honest, I'm not going to be getting out of my bed every day to go and do them.
You're just going to be staying. Yeah. Good
luck. No, I'll just stay for the next hour, you know.
Yeah. Hopefully you get them. Like your patience is rewarded.
Yeah.
So the units for whom you can get shards are actually starting at lightning, and going down all the way, like literally all the way. Oh no, not all the way. Down to meme units that you don't want. I guess it's units that they don't have EX abilities, those. But yeah, it starts at lightning and then it goes decreasing order of priority, I guess. But if you need shards for those units, that's great. I'm definitely going to grab some.
Is Esper of Destruction Rain there?
Sorry?
Is Esper of Destruction Rain there?
Esper of Destruction Rain, probably. Let's see.
Is that there? No, that's Crimson Knight.
Esper of Destruction's a little later. Coming up right there. Yep. Yes, he's here. Oh, because you want to go and grab a vision card?
I'll maybe get a few more. I might go for a few more shots of him because I'm getting close to another EXE because I get that vision card.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, those tickets will help you get these shards. You can only get 1 copy of each, so you're gonna get, if you grind everything, 6 tickets. So you can go and get 300 shards. total. Well, I mean 50 per unit, but you know, like 50 for 6 different units. So go and grab that. Don't forget, you got until March 9th to go and claim these. And I think that covers it for this week. I think that was a pretty big video, so that I think we covered literally everything we could. So if I had to say a word on those units, I think they're very good. I think if by all means, if you want a tank, Cecil's the one to go for. Very, very good, very strong. And Golbez is kind of a must-have if you want to clear anything with the Chaos Bringers. A very good unit there as well. So I'm pretty impressed with that batch. What do you think?
Yep, I agree.
And y'all, like, we both already put some lapis in there. My lapis is very low. I'm poor.
Yeah, I'm
Please
dead.
send me money.
My main's dead. My auto account, I've got a MeX2 on my auto account, so I'll wait to finish up the events, and then I'm going to go and smash Dark Visions.
Lucky you, because even my alt account is now kind of out of lapis. But, you know, it's fine. It's the cycle of life. So, well, thank you very much for joining me today. And
You're very welcome.
see everyone next week. Bye.
Bye.